Hey, and welcome back to LB Music. I'm Marty, and today I want to expand my actually free plugin, audio plugin series with another part, and I gathered 10 another free plugins for you guys. And I would say let's jump right in here. I have pulled up an older session with drums, bass, electric guitars, and some synths. And I would say let's start here on the drums. And the first plugin that I want to show you is a reverb plugin, which is the ETAL Reverb 2. I actually just put it on an auxiliary send here on bus 13, as well as the electric guitar left and right here, also those chords guitars and the middle guitar here. So you can actually hear how it sounds kind of like a room reverb or kind of like a room plate reverb. So now I'm going to play you just a little bit of the song, and then I'm going to solo the auxiliary send so you can actually hear how the reverb sounds. So this is now the reverb. Let's push it a little bit so you can hear it better. Out. That's the reverb. So what we have here is actually, just to go quickly through the features, a high, mid and low frequency. So this is your Q section where you can actually, depending on what sound you're after, reduce the highs, the lows and so forth. You got here the room size, also the pre-delay, get a stereo width. So if you have the reverb, if you want to have it like more mono-ish or to get a little bit more stereo width. And here is the dry and wet setting. As I have it on an auxiliary send here, I just use it in the wet, nearly 0 dB, and the dry fully down. If you want to use it, for example, on a dedicated track, instrument track or something like that, you might play around with the dry and wet setting after you have the desired amount of the reverb. So I would say let's play a little bit around with the settings here. So you can actually reduce, for example, completely the highs. It's very dull sounding. It goes up to 10,000 Hertz. As well as the mids. And the lows. Also take them completely away. Then we have here the stereo width. So here kind of like a mono reverb, a very wide one. Pre-delay. As well as the room size. Can also get to a very short one, kind of like a slap delay. As well as push the original signal back in. Okay, maybe let's go quickly a little bit through the different factory presets, like a 80s plate. Disengage it. Back to my preset here. Push it back down. So this was everything was a little overemphasized, so you can actually hear the reverb. So you might want to push it down a little bit to make it sit better in the mix. That's without. And with. Okay, so very useful. Pretty simple reverb. Might be just the right thing on certain instruments or tracks. And yeah, so that's the first plugin, and let's head on to the next one. All right, so let's move on to the bass. Next plugin here is a compressor, and I actually did a shootout on another video with the same compressor, which is obviously a 2A compressor, like a Teletronics. And here we have the Cakewalk CA2A, and yeah, so let's solo the bass maybe here and see how it actually sounds. So first without. And now let's bring it in. So let's push it a little bit. So it does really fatten up the track a little bit. Let's push it back. You can also set here, for example, the photocell memory to classic or a fast reset. So the release is a little bit different. You can also set it to limiting mode if you prefer that, maybe on vocals, for example. Right, so that's the 2A, another second one, great free plugin. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, so the next plugin, plugin number 3, is from Blue Cats. It's a chorus plugin. It's actually from a bundle, a free bundle of Blue Cats. Consists of 6 plugins. Going to show you the other ones later. And I went here just with the preset Clean Chorus 2. I used it here on the auxiliary sense of the electric guitars left and right. And so same as the reverb. And let's just solo the 2 guitars here and also the auxiliary send. And I'm going to play it without first and then with. Now with. Okay. Now let's just solo the, let's just solo now the chorus. And as you can see, again, pretty simple. You have a gain, input gain, got a delay, the depth of the chorus as well as the rate. Then you got a stereo spread here. And again, as on the reverb, dry and wet knob. So if you want to use it on a separate track, you can play around with that. And you can also change the shape of the waveform actually, a little bit more aggressive and a little bit smoother. So let's just see how the chorus itself sounds. We're going to bring it up a little bit. You can make it pretty wobbly. And also kind of like more on the mono side. Okay, so maybe let's try some of the presets here. So like a crazy D-pitch. Kind of like a flangey sound. Let's try the vibrato here. And then a chorus. String. Let's move back to the clean chorus 2 that I had before, and let's bring also in the other guitars, so the original signal. So that's without. Together in the track. Let's bring it a little bit down, it can sit better in the mix. This really widens the guitars a little bit. Okay, so that's the clean chorus plugin. And now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so now we have another one of BC, of Blue Cats. This is now the Flanger plugin. And I used it here on the middle guitar, which is kind of like an intro guitar, and it comes back in the verse again. So let's solo this guitar here and listen to without the Flanger plugin. Okay, now bring it in. So same features as on the other one. You get a gain, delay, depth, and rate, a try, a feed forward, and a feedback, and you can also change the shape again. So I would say let's play a little bit around with that. So you can get pretty crazy with that. Let's try some of the presets here. Maybe classic flange. Let's detune it. Helicopter. Now that's pretty crazy. Let's go back to my setting here. Again without. And with. And in the mix. Okay, so that's the Flanger plugin. Let's move on to the Blue Cat's gain plugin. I used the gain plugin, the Blue Cat's gain plugin here on a kind of synth that rises up to a certain point and then cuts off. It's actually pretty loud, even though I pushed it down quite a lot. And so this is a good opportunity to show you a gain plugin. And what I actually wanted to do with this plugin is I used two in a row, and in the middle one is a compressor. So I wanted to have the synthesizer compressed quite a bit, but not acting with too much gain reduction, as the signal is pretty loud. So what you can do is use a gain plugin in front of the compressor, and again afterwards another one. And let's go quickly now to the plugin itself. It's actually pretty standard. In the default setting, you just have a gain knob here that you can actually boost or reduce. And what this plugin also allows you is you can couple it with another gain plugin. So you can group it and connect it with those buttons here, A, B, C, D, and so forth. And you have link options like a relative mode and also a reverse mode, which is now pretty handy for that thing that I want to do here is. So let's open up all three plugins, and the one after the compressor. And as you can see, I connected them to the group A and also this to the group A. So whatever I do now, I have here the reverse option on. With the first plugin is reversed on the second one. So if I push it down, it gets pushed up. And this allows me to have the same level that goes in and back out of the compressor, and I don't have any gain boost or reduction. So I pushed it a little bit down in front of the compressor. Let's listen to the compressor without, just on the chord swell riser here, and then with. So as you can see, it's compressing quite hard. And now let's engage those two, and you will see that it's compressing just a little bit. And I actually don't have to use the gain control the compressor itself, and I can kind of control the input level with the gain here. So let's bring it down, for example. So we don't have any compression. Let's push it up. And the level itself, so the output level is always the same, right? Whatever I do. So pretty handy gain plugin with this feature that you can connect it to another one. And as well, you can use it just on a track in the default setting like that, and use just the gain plugin as it was intended.